All right, whether it's for a picky toddler or demanding bride, throwing a party is never an easy task for the host. You got to worry about the food, the decorations, the space, and of course the cleanup. So wouldn't it be nice to show up and have it all done for you? That's the promise the 5 Party and Event Center can deliver on in style. So here's more in this Experience Columbus Minority Business Monday segment.
The concept of the 5 came about almost 13 years ago when we were planning our son's first birthday party. I remember just being a new mom, like trying to find a venue, secure decorations, entertainment, all of that stuff. And I remember telling my husband, like, wouldn't it be cool if we could just find a space and we show up and everything was taken care of?
So we talked about it and talked about it, talk yourselves out of it so many times, and then eventually we decided to pull the trigger in 2019. Being in hospitality, events is, I worked for larger hotels where we had, large event space, so we did everything from weddings to corporate events, and just seeing that play out, I'm like, it's definitely something that we can do. So we were going back and forth, just racking our brains trying to come up with names for the business, and our oldest son, Cameron, he said, why don't we just call it the 5? And I'm like, why? He said, for our family. And we're sitting here thinking, I'm like, well, there's only 4 of us. It's me, you, mom, and your brother. And he incorporated our dog Cassie into the name. So, we said it a couple times and it just stuck, and the 5 was born.
Our service model is a one-stop shop. It's an exclusive party, so when you come into our venue, it's just you and your guests. We have an air hockey, skee ball. This is always a favorite with the kids. We want to make sure that the parties that you have here at the 5 are custom to you and it's memorable. It was just my creativity of thinking, like, how can I elevate just a typical party? And that's how the props came about. So we have castle props, we have carnival props. Basically, depending on the theme, we make creative props. So I'm in my garage with my saw. We always joke, most wives appreciate candy,
jewelry and
flowers on Valentine's Day.
I'm buying power tools and saws.
He actually treats me with power tools and things like that. They really love our carriage prop. They can actually stand behind there and get a good little photo op behind the carriage. We started to realize, from a kids party perspective, most parents want parties Saturdays at 4 o'clock, and then we have this space the rest of the week. And so it's like, hey, we can apply this one-stop shop model to other events. So we started opening up to do, baby showers, bridal showers.
We know, party planning in itself is a task, and you do all this planning and getting prepared for the party that by the time the party is here or the event is here, you're tired and ready to leave. So we kind of take and alleviate that stress from everything that goes into it. So essentially you just show up and we take care of everything else. We can take care of catering options for your corporate event, audio, visual. We even can take care of doing, if you need content and programming, we do that as well.
We will swap out sometimes the games if there's corporate functions or business meetings. We love involving our boys, Cameron and Aiden, in the process. Cameron came up with the name. Our youngest son, Aiden, he gives us ideas for themes and helps out. So it's just fun having them be a part of this because at the end of the day, they're the reasons that we, embarked upon this journey. I think back, you think about from the minority perspective, my mom was probably the first one in our family who was born with equal rights where she could vote and do things like that. And so them realizing that, this wasn't something that could easily be done years ago, and for them to take ownership and to see the growth and opportunities that can come and the generational wealth and generational expertise that they can then pass down. I think that's something that wholeheartedly that we think about.
Yeah, and then having something that, should 20 years from now, this is something that they want to take on and have as their own and continue the family legacy. I think legacy is a big thing for me, just something that we can pass along to them and they pass along to their kids and so on.